of your skin.
I like that we got the memo about the white t-shirt.
I always wear white t-shirts. I don't know why it's my thing. I also always think it fits to my skin. I don't know. And for some reason, black doesn't make it for me. So it's always the white t-shirt. It's why the hyaluronic serum is the white t-shirt, morning and night, morning and night.
I love that. I love that. It's easy, it's basic, it's foundational. I love that. And I loved your conversation with Maggie about, and I think picking up on so many of the things that we will talk about in terms of consistency, in terms of stress, in terms of consistency with your skincare, with your nutrition, with your supplements. So I thought she was just lovely. So I'm so excited to chat.
No, thank you so much also for being in our Dallas spa. I love that spa so much. It's so beautiful.
It's beautiful, and Dallas people are lovely. I text my husband. They're lovely. I text my husband. I was like, I think we might be moving to Dallas.
Oh,
yeah.
Get it. I get you. I would do this in a heartbeat. It's so great there. The people are so fun, so cool. They're so, I love having a spa there.
Yeah, so friendly. And then hopefully we'll be doing something with the London team as well. I'm originally from London, as you can probably hear. So cool. Yeah, excited. I'm excited to chat.
And I'm this anti-inflammatory doctor. I have a skincare line, but look, hi Charlie.
Hi guys. Sorry, I'm joining the conversation too. So
about me as well. And you know what? I'm an anti-inflammatory doctor, and I'm, I slid into the skincare thing, and I make the best skincare products there are. But I'm also a doctor, and I do research, and I see our system as one, not just the skin. And we talk a lot about anti-inflammatory lifestyle, and obviously this is where nutrition takes such a big part in it. So
yeah,
and Charlie is super into it as well. I think everybody who's watching tonight probably can see themselves a little bit, like how interested we are, what is good for us, what do we need to intake, what do we need to pay attention to. And I let you talk because I'm talking the
No, I think there's so much here to talk about. And I think I kind of slid into skin nutrition. This was my specialty starting back in about 2017. And back then the conversation was, does what we eat really affect our skin? And things have moved on so much since then, especially with experts like yourselves. And now instead of does what we eat affect our skin, which I think probably everybody on this call knows that it does. Now we're talking about which antioxidant should I be having? Which omega-3 is best for me? Which type of collagen should we be having? So the conversation has moved on so much, but I think, the way I look at it, people say the eyes are the window to the soul. I think the skin is the window to the health. And you cannot separate the two things. What is going on inside is going to show up on your skin, and it shows up so quickly as well. We all know if we have sugar or carbs or fries or a glass of champagne, it's great in the moment, but we literally see it in our skin the next day. So what we're putting inside really shows up on the outside so quickly, which personally, I think is really empowering because it means that we can make changes to our internal health and our external health so quickly.
Correct. I absolutely agree. So, Charlie is 27 now. She grew up on really healthy food. My kids haven't seen McDonald's from the inside. Not that I know.
That's not entirely true, but yeah, that was
I took Pepper, we were on the Autobahn, and I thought, let's just show her McDonald's. So I went with her to McDonald's, and she was super embarrassed because I didn't know how to order, and I didn't know what I was ordering, and I forgot the toys and whatever it was. So I ended up with some fries and a burger, and she threw it away, and she said, "Mommy, thank you for not letting me eat toxic food." Can you imagine?
I mean, proud mother moment, but it's not even, this needs to be part of the conversation. It's not even food. It's chemically laden junk that we shouldn't be putting in our body. Now, no one's saying you can't have a fantastic quality of food and it feel like a treat and nourishing to you and nourishing to your soul and your body. Just like Maggie was saying, when she travels, she likes to try the cuisines. That's such a healthy relationship with food. But we have to even think about these days what is food and what is just ultra processed junk.
Yeah.
That, and also I feel like the bio-individuality of it I find very interesting, because what works for me might not work for you. We're all different. We all have different intolerances. I also think, I mean, this is just a personal opinion, but like obviously if a lot of people are lactose intolerant, they shouldn't be eating or drinking dairy. But a lot of people aren't, you know, so I don't know. It's
Yeah.
like, I think it's very
Or
very much
histamine.
comes down to
His-
yeah, histamine. I mean,
Yeah.
so many different intolerances. What are some foods that you think are really good for, you know, to help with glowing skin and make your skin look healthy and glowing, that are generally good for everyone?
Yeah, and I want to touch on your point as well, because there's no one, just like with skincare, there's no one size fits all, but there's
Yeah,
also no
exactly.
one size fits all of the time.
Yeah.
So I'm going to treat my body differently if I'm under time of a ton of stress and travel than when I'm maybe working from home and I can make my own meals. You know, there's no such thing as one size fits all of the time. But there are definitely some foods that I love, live off, recommend all of the time. Number one is our fruits and vegetables, you know, our antioxidant, mineral rich, vitamin rich. I love my leafy greens for liver health. They're really detoxifying. I think we don't think about our livers too much unless we're having something like alcohol, and our livers work so hard. So giving our livers a little bit of love with our leafy greens, which help bioproduction, which help break everything down, which help cleanse the liver. I love my antioxidant rich fruits and vegetables. I know, Dr. Sturm, you love cherries and oranges, and they have these wonderful antioxidants. And antioxidant is going to help with all of that anti-aging, bringing down inflammation. Of course, our healthy proteins, so giving our body the building blocks to make new elastin, more collagen. I love our healthy fats, so avocado, extra virgin olive oil. Extra virgin olive oil, add that to everything. Our herbs and our spices, things like curcumin. I love sea vegetables. I love herbs and spices. I think I've said that a couple of times. And then my rice is really high quality dark chocolate, because it's packed full of phytonutrients and magnesium. Love dark chocolate. Dark chocolate is a superfood.
I agree. I will say that I think my mom and I can agree here that our one vice is really sweets. We have a sweet tooth. So I've been really trying to cut down on my sugar by just sneaking in some dark chocolate, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I have dark chocolate every day. I don't think you need to sneak that in. Eat it with pride.
Cacao bean also has polyphenols, which block out a lot of stressors, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Do you think it tastes so great? Dark chocolate.
You don't think so? I think it grows on you.
It grows on you. Yeah.
So basically a mostly plant-based diet, green leafy vegetable, you know, all kinds of vegetables. You can get your proteins also from lentils or beans, or you know,
exactly, which I was doing a little bit of research this morning and finding out that our plant proteins, things like lentils, beans, they actually help to elongate our telomeres. And I know that's something that you talk about a lot as well. And it's fascinating to know that we can do that through diet as well. So beans, legumes, pulses, lentils, super high in fiber. Yeah.
Have you heard of purslane?
Yes. And again, this is something that so great. Purslane, I love sea vegetables. You know, there are these real, I think we use the word superfood, we throw it around a lot, but I think there are some foods that are true superfoods, and purslane is definitely one of them.
Yeah, and it's also telomerase activating and skull caps. So we can have a lot of plant-based ingredients to help to support our entire system, but also do like real valuable anti-aging by antioxidation, by giving the right vitamins, by giving like, you know, anti-inflammatory support, telomerase activation. So there's a lot we can do. Another thing, you know, because that would lead to the conclusion, just let's be vegan. But, you know, vegan often suggests that you eat raw food at night. And I always say, you know, eating raw food at night, and for me, I get gastritis in 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
1 second, I can't.
Yeah.
But you eat raw food at night, it sits in your stomach is busy digesting, and it causes acidity, which causes inflammation. So you think you're eating the right food, you have your carrots and your hummus and whatever it is. It actually is
your
not
body
that
work
great if you eat it after 4 p.m., right?
So this is something that I talk about a lot. It's not what you eat, it's what you absorb. And our digestive systems are under so much stress if we're traveling, processed food, medications, environmental toxins. all of the things. Our digestive systems are under so much stress at the best of times. Now, in the evening, what happens is that our digestion actually starts to slow down. So mechanical, chemical, enzymatic, everything slows down because at night, every single one of our cells repairs and then detoxifies. So the process of digestion actually slows down at night. So if you have a big meal in the evening, whatever that's made of, and you think, oh, I'm just going to digest that while I'm sleeping, forget about it. It's not going to digest. It's going to stay in the body. It's going to cause inflammation. It's going to cause GI distress. So yes, we want to eat as early as possible. I call it an early bird special. You know, if I'm having my last meal of the day by 5 o'clock, early bird specials. When someone says to me, do you want to meet for dinner at 8 o'clock? I'm like, I'm in bed in my pajamas. My night, like, no, I don't want to meet for dinner at 8 o'clock. I'll meet at 5 o'clock for an early bird special. And especially, you know, right. It's too much. I'm up early in the morning, not going to happen. But yes, our digestion slows down at night. We want that food to be digested so we can repair and detoxify. And no, raw foods are not necessarily best, especially if you have any kind of GI disruption, which we all do. So gently cooked foods, soups, stews, smoothies, these things can be really, really nourishing.
But look,
what are your thoughts on intermittent fasting? Because I know a lot of people like to intermittent fast in the morning, especially, but you know, BB always says that it's probably better to do that at night, especially because of all the reasons that you mentioned. So better to have like an early or skip dinner, and then, you know, do a breakfast, a lunch. And what are your thoughts on that?
Intermittent fasting, it's a tool in a toolbox, just like any skincare product is a tool in a toolbox, and it has to be the right fit for the right person. Intermittent fasting, again, is a tool in a toolbox. So if someone's coming to me and they have a terrible diet and they're having their McDonald's and whatever, we're not going to start with intermittent fasting. But once someone has got their blood sugar balance, they're getting all their veggies in, their healthy fats, then yes, we can push that fast a little bit longer because it does have these wonderful anti-inflammatory benefits. It has these autophagy benefits. It can be fantastic for blood sugar balance, but you tell people to not eat during the day, they're going to find it super, super hard. But pushing that window overnight, you know, maybe having a later dinner and then later breakfast the next day. So you're doing 12, 14, 16 hours. You're going to get a lot of benefits, but it's not going to be so stressful for people.
It's interesting because you also say, you know, the inflammatory aspect of, you know, your life, and then having herbal support, and lots of herbs are actually quite interesting in their, you know, what they can do. And then, you know, and then space, especially also when you're stressed and, you know, you have a strong hard lifestyle and you cannot get the right foods and you're on the go and you just don't know what to do. So, you know, I created these supplements which are especially anti-inflammatory. And for example, this one in recovery, it has like thyme, sage, rosemary, like very highly anti-inflammatory and antioxidant herbs. And it's so great to take that instead of, you know, stressing about, do I have the right food now? Right. And that is like a supplement which I recommend also for muscle pain and, you know, joint pain. Actually, you know, the recipe comes from the orthopedic, and we did a bunch of supplements to help, like in a very innovative way, to help with, you know, anti-aging support. Like the super anti-aging supplement, for example, has like astragalus and skullcap and purslane for telomerase activation, has glutathione as xanthan for power antioxidants, has ingredients to build up your hyaluronic acid. You know, it's just so good to have these like very innovative supplements. Then we have the you know, like one which is called Protection, but it's adaptogens and ginseng and vitamin E, which are great for your immune system. So in stressful situations, that is a really great protection supplement. I know you're a nutritionist, but you probably have seen all our supplements, because it's just,
I love the supplements. The formulations are incredible. And I think people, you know, a question I always get asked is, well, if we're eating a healthy diet, do we need a supplement? And my answer is absolutely yes. You know, none of us are living in the wilds of Canada or the Swiss Alps and eating purely organic and not having any exposure to toxins or stress. You know, our everyday diet, even someone like myself, you too, you know, there are things in our diets that probably shouldn't be there. We're not getting as many nutrients from our foods these days, but all of the stress that we have, travel, you know, I know it's London Fashion Week right now. A lot of my clients are flying back and forth from New York to London. There's so many stresses on the body that we do need to boost our intake with supplements, with antioxidants, with all of those herbs. We're not getting them in our diet, especially not in the concentrations that they are in the supplements. So why not take a supplement as an insurance policy, but also when you know that it can protect the skin, hydrate the skin, give that glowing skin. Supplements are definitely a part of my daily routine. I love the skin anti-aging. That's the super anti-aging. That's my favorite.
When I formulated, I formulated because I was excited about the science I use for skincare. And I thought, this cannot only be for my skin cells. This needs to be for every cell in my skin. And I created the supplements based on my skincare science. And when I started taking it, I was like, this is definitely perfect to take it. But I wasn't like, oh, I'm going to see like a massive difference. I tell you, I swear, 3 weeks later, I looked in the mirror and I said, this is gone. This is gone. I was shocked because I didn't expect that I would actually see something. So people are pretty obsessed with the super anti-aging supplement.
Yeah, it's got, I have favorite antioxidants, and glutathione is one of my favorite, the master antioxidant. And I love the kind of the move through of seeing these things in the skincare products, having them in the diet and having them in the supplements. I think that's just the way to get the full benefits of all of it.
Amazing. So good. Well, I feel like we have to do skin school. We need to have more time.
We need time.
A proper deep dive. So please come back and we do another session if you may. And thank you so much.
I would love to. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. It was so nice meeting you.